What a performance! I told you guys after Osasuna. Tranquilo. Relax. The boys are figuring things out. We are going to improve. In Xabi, we trust. The improvements that we have made since this manager has taken over, it makes me want to cry. Because last season, we were so shit. I can't believe the slums that Xabi has taken us out of. I need Carlo Ancelotti to get 50 public lashes for having us play haram ball all last season. What a match. What a performance from the boys. We absolutely cooked. And this match had everything. There's a few points that I'm going to criticize, but for the most part, we're happy today. This is exactly what I wanted to see. Keeping a clean sheet this weekend apparently isn't for everyone. 3-0 victory. Nice and easy. Barca out there struggling against Levante. Atletico Madrid once again dropping points. Those bums are not serious. Chat, I'm feeling myself right now. I don't even know where we should start. But I need you to get in that comment section. Let me know what you thought about this game. Who was your man of the match? Smash that like button, subscribe, and turn on those post notifications. Oviedo 0, Real Madrid 3. And I predicted everything that happened this game. Go to the watch along. I said Arda Güler's going to get 1 assist, and I think that we win 3-0. I should have put a fucking parlay on FanDuel. I could have had some bread right now. What we're seeing from Real Madrid is something that I'm just not used to. And that is a possession-based style of football that looks so fluid. This man, Xabi Alonso, let me tell you something right now. By the time he leaves Real Madrid, I'm just calling it from early. He is going to be considered a club legend as a manager. He already did great things as a player. But as a manager, I believe in this guy so much. Today, he showed that he's going to be dropping players if they don't play well. Look at that starting 11. All the changes that he made. Vinicius was benched. Something that a lot of people thought Xabi would not have the balls to do. Vini held bench. Rodrigo was on that left wing. Franco Mastantuono started this game as well. Carvajal started. Rudiger started. 4 changes from that first match against Osasuna. That is what I wanted to see. When we don't play well, these players need to be held accountable. And that's exactly what he did today. And it worked. Vinicius coming off the bench, having a nice cameo. Damn near a masterclass. Vini held bench today, got a goal, and got an assist. That was Vini's best performance since Salzburg in the Club World Cup. We're going to talk about it. Because today, we are smoking on the finest Oviedo pack. I don't give a fuck that they're a newly promoted side. These are the teams that we need to be slapping. And today, they didn't really cause us any threat. They didn't really give us that much to worry about. Now, what I will say is that in the second half, towards the end of the game, I think like the 81st minute, when we were only up 1-0, they did hit the post. So maybe you could say that we're lucky to have left here with the clean sheet, but for 95% of this game, Oviedo did fuck all. Courtois had to make 1 big save. Besides that, we were chilling for a majority of this match. Defensively, we were looking solid. The midfield was looking good as well. The way that we were pressing off the ball, so many positives. So let's just get into it, right? Because I do want to start off with who I think some man of the match candidates are. I think Mbappe, who bagged the brace, he's definitely up there. Another good performance from him. Vinicius off the bench. Instant impact. Xabi Alonso has a decision to make. I also think, now that I'll say either Vini or Mbappe, actually. Those are my two for man of the match. You guys get in the comment section and let me know. But let's start with Mbappe. A brace today. This guy, his finishing is just up there as best in the world. This guy is not even a number 9, and he's arguably the best striker in the world. The runs that he makes, his first touch has improved massively. And one of the things that we got to give Xabi Alonso a lot of credit for is the off-the-ball work rate. They told me that Mbappe won't press. They told me that Vinicius would not press. Both of them working to win that ball back immediately. I think Tchouaméni, actually, third person, Tchouaméni could also be up there for man of the match. One of the best DMs in the world. But Mbappe today, his finishing, very good. Like, this guy is going for the Pichichi again. We're trying to go back-to-back for the European Golden Boot. What a player this guy is. Making the most of his chances. The only complaint that I have with Mbappe is I think positionally, I would still like him to be more central, right? There was a lot of times this match where he was drifting out wide and getting in the way of Vini, getting in the way of Rodrigo, right? Now, I know the guy is a natural left winger, but you've been playing as a 9 for us for about the last year. You need to figure it out positionally because we've put some great crosses into that box and nobody is there. Where is my striker? Mbappe, if he would have stayed more central and played a little bit higher up the pitch, he could have had a hat trick today with some of the service that was being put into that box. But overall, great finishing from him. Up there as man of the match. Rodrigo. So much speculation on this player. He finally gets his opportunity. And I think Rodrigo was our best player in that first half. Instant impact from him. The minute that whistle was blown, Rodrigo was on smoke, taking on the defender, putting the ball into the box, linking up play, work rate off the ball. Before Vinicius got subbed on, I was saying Rodrigo needs to start next week. And we do have to still speculate about his future because he was not happy when he was taken off. He was pissed. He threw something on the floor as well. Maybe it's just a player that wants to be competitive, but maybe there's something else in that. Maybe Rodrigo is frustrated that he didn't get to play a little bit more. And even though some people were upset that Xabi brought Vini on, look at that performance that he had today. Look at the work rate that Vini did for that second goal. The assist that he got to Mbappe. He's the one that won the ball back, carried it. And I was nervous. I was thinking to myself, yo, is Vinicius going to shoot this? But he made the right pass. Great weight on that ball as well. Falls right to Mbappe. Good assist. And then the third goal. Good finish as well. Oh my goodness me. This match literally had everything, chap. Franco got his debut. Well, not his debut, but his first match starting, right? He did play against Osasuna, but he went out there and started. I told you guys, I wanted Franco in that 11. Franco gives you more than Brahim Diaz. Franco today, I think he had a solid match. On the ball, he looks tidy. Link-up play looks very good. But what impressed me the most was off the ball. His work rate, the pressing, the way that he was winning the ball back, making some tackles. That is how you earn more minutes in Xabi's system, showing that you're willing to do the dirty work. The one complaint that I have about Franco is that he was flopping a little bit too easily, right? Like, bro, he would beat a defender, right? Like, for example, when he nutmegged that one guy, and he could have beat him to the ball, but he got a little bit of contact and flopped, right? I know that he's new to the league, but he has to stop doing that because it can sometimes hurt us in build-up if you're going to be falling down like you just got shot. But overall, Franco, good cameo. Moving into that midfield. Tchouaméni, best player in that midfield today. What a performance. I think Tchouaméni is the player that has improved the most since Xabi Alonso has gotten here. Defensively, this guy looks so sharp. On the ball, he even looks good. I told you guys, from before Xabi came in, Tchouaméni is one of the best DMs in the world. I would not replace him with anybody. My fucking DM. What a performance by him today. That first goal for Mbappe. He's the one that made that amazing tackle. Arda gets the ball, finds Mbappe, goal. Speaking of Arda, I think he was decent today. I don't think Arda was as good as I wanted him to be, but he was very creative, right? I think he did have some decent link up, got the assist for Mbappe, which I said, Arda is the player that I view as a creator. He is that spark in that midfield, right? He is the playmaker that I think is going to be crucial for us. And I've said it time and time again. I think Lamine Yamal will have the most assists this season in La Liga. But I think Arda Güler is going to be giving him a run for his money with the assists. What? Good cameo. Valverde, solid today. I think on the ball, he was linking up play. He was pushing it forward, right? I think he was winning the ball back very good as well. He did have a couple of, or did he have a couple of touches? That one shot that he took, that was a bit wide. But overall, I think Valverde was solid this match. Looking at the back line, Carvajal starts. Carvajal had a good cameo, right? Trent in the last game looked a little bit lost, right? Let's be real. Trent has to adjust to La Liga. It's a much different pace to what the Premier League is. Nobody said Trent was going to hit the ground running. So having a player like Carvajal back from injury, him in the 11 is crucial, right? Because Carvajal is a leader. He's won everything, arguably the greatest right back of our generation. So him being out there, I think he was solid defensively. He gives us a good option as well on the ball. He had a good performance. I think Rudiger today was very solid. Initially, I thought Militao should be out there. But Rudiger, he had a good cameo, right? Didn't do anything wrong. Nothing that I can complain about, right? He was much better than what he did in the Club World Cup. Militao clearly is second choice in my opinion, because the minute that Rudiger is back from suspension, he starts. Fair enough, right? Maybe Xabi's trying to ease Militao back into the game flow because he did come off of back-to-back seasons of torn ACLs. Dean Huijsen today was our best defender, as he always is. But he didn't have that good of a performance in terms of what we're used to seeing. I think Dean was good today. Was trying to play a couple of long balls that didn't really end up going anywhere. But his forward passing, again, we literally have Toni Kroos at center back. Defensively, very solid as well. And then Alvaro Carreras at left back. Good cameo. I think he's been good over these last two games. I'm still trying to figure out his play style. I'm still trying to figure out whether I still believe he could be the best left back for us. But so far, I like what I'm seeing. He's given the left winger an option on that side. He's overlapping. He's making inverting runs. And on that side, he looks very solid defensively. So I've been happy with what I've seen so far. Courtois didn't have that much to do. At the end, made a big save. Now let's look at the bench, right? Because Vini comes on, gets a goal, gets an assist. Vini, masterclass, should I say, okay? Because he's the one that killed the game off with that cameo. Maybe Vini should be coming off the bench as an impact sub, but I have a feeling that Xabi Alonso will start him in that next game. And it's funny that it's taken Rodrigo to have a good cameo for Vinicius to wake up and realize, oh shit, I'm not invincible in this 11, right? I can get dropped if I don't perform well. Trent came on towards the end of the game. Him and Ceballos didn't really get enough time to do much. I don't really like, to be honest, I don't like Ceballos coming on. I would rather see Thiago Pittarch. I know what Ceballos is. The guy is a steady Eddie. He's somebody that I would not mind seeing get sold, right? Thiago Pittarch, young player, a lot of potential. I think he should have been given his debut today. Brahim Diaz came on as well at the same time as, who else was it? I think it was Vini came on the same time. Yeah, him and Brahim Diaz. I think Brahim was solid, didn't really do that much, right? In the second half, I don't think that we looked as dangerous as we did in the first until Vinicius started cooking. And that is a complaint. I think that we looked a bit complacent in that second half. But like I said, man, this game had everything, right? I want you guys to look at the table real quick because, we're only 2 games in and there is a surprise at the top right here, actually, funny enough. So as of right now, Villarreal are top of the league. Barcelona are second. Real Madrid are third. Goal difference does not matter right now. I'm going to be honest. Like, who the fuck cares about goal difference, brother? Honestly, like, as long as we collect the 6 points, or the 3 points every match, I don't care. And as far as I'm concerned, it's a two-way title race between us and Barcelona. We cannot be the team that drops points first. So, look, 2 games, 2 clean sheets. This was the better performance out of the 2. I don't think Oviedo, because let's not get this confused, right? Oviedo, they were out there in a back 5 for a majority of that game. They did have a low block, but we were able to break them down. They were not as defensively solid as Osasuna were, right? Now, maybe that's because Oviedo was at home, but they were definitely trying to press us, right? Their players weren't as disciplined. They were leaving space that we exploited. And yeah, you know what I mean? We did take advantage of that. I'm making sure, yeah, Gonzalo Garcia was also another sub, but he didn't really get a chance to do that much either. Point is, I'm happy with what I saw. This is the kind of performance that I'm looking at. And, you know, at first, the 1-0 was a bit underwhelming, but for a majority of that game, there's not really much I can complain about, right? We're going to keep improving. In Xabi, we trust. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, turn on those post notifications. Holla Madrid!